Number 1. 1960 Cadillac DeVille Sedan 4D priced at $28,500. If you want peak tailfin era Cadillac, this is it. Finished in factory fawn, which reads like a rich gold tone in the sunlight, this 1960 DeVille absolutely captures that bold, over-the-top American luxury design. The dramatic rear fins, massive chrome bumpers, and wide, commanding stance make it impossible to ignore. This one has had an older repaint that still shines beautifully, and it's backed up by a nice original interior, along with clean glass and chrome. It's not a perfect trailer queen, and that's actually part of its charm. With around 85,000 miles and an automatic transmission, it's described as a sharp driver that runs and drives great. Behind the wheel, you can expect smooth V8 power, effortless cruising, and that signature Cadillac float over the road. It's the kind of car that turns a simple Sunday drive into an event. Big steering wheel, soft ride, and tons of presence. From a restoration perspective, it sounds like a well-preserved classic you can improve gradually. You could freshen up small cosmetic details or simply maintain it and enjoy it as a strong, honest driver. At $28,500, this 60 DeVille offers iconic fins, vintage luxury, and serious road presence without being locked away in a garage. Alright, let's move on to the next timeless machine. Number 2. 1962 Triumph TR3 priced at $18,500. Now this is a proper British roadster with real character. Finished in Range Rover white over a red leather interior, this TR3 has that classic, minimalist sports car look, low stance, simple chrome bumpers, and that unmistakable open-top profile. This one went through a full frame-off restoration about 6 years ago, and it shows. Under the hood is a rebuilt 2.1-liter four-cylinder paired with a 4-speed manual transmission and electric overdrive. It's running dual SU carburetors and a new stainless exhaust, so you're getting that crisp, vintage British exhaust note. The dash and gauges have been restored, and with only about 1,000 miles driven since the rebuild, it's essentially fresh. The car also features new brakes, new tires, hubcaps, a new top, tonneau cover, plus both a car cover and a hardtop. The seller describes it as a very nice driver and reliable, which is exactly what you want in a classic roadster. Behind the wheel, expect a raw, connected driving experience. No power steering, no modern assists, just you, the gearbox, and the road. Light, nimble, and full of personality. From a restoration standpoint, most of the heavy lifting is already done. This is a car you maintain and enjoy, not a project sitting in the garage. At $18,500, this TR3 offers classic European sports car charm at an approachable price. Alright, let's see what other vintage gem we've got next. Number 3. 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 priced at $3,700. Now this is pure mid-60s American iron. The Galaxy 500 represents that era when cars were big, bold, and unapologetically powerful. Finished in red with a black interior, this full-size Ford carries serious presence, even sitting still. Under the hood is the confirmed original 390 cubic inch FE V8 with a 2-barrel carb, a legit big block from the factory. That alone makes this car interesting. The VIN decoder even reveals it was an early build, meaning it rolled off the line within the first few produced. That's a cool piece of history right there. Now, full transparency, this car is currently non-running and non-drivable. It's been sitting for some time and will need a full mechanical refresh along with cosmetic restoration. The good news? The frame is solid, the body is straight, and there's only moderate surface rust with no serious frame rot. Structurally, it's intact. Clean title in hand, and it even comes with the keys. With 594,000 miles on the clock, this Galaxy has clearly lived a long life. But as a restoration candidate, that mileage almost adds to the story. You're not buying a driver, you're buying a foundation. Behind the wheel, once restored, you can imagine that smooth automatic transmission paired with big block torque delivering effortless highway cruising. These cars were built to eat up miles in comfort. From a project standpoint, this is where it gets exciting. Original hard-to-find Ford parts, factory 390 power, straight body, solid frame, that's the kind of starting point serious builders look for. You could bring it back to stock glory or lean into a mild muscle-style Restomod. At just $3,700, this 67 Galaxy 500 isn't just a car, it's an opportunity. Alright, let's see what other classic project is waiting for its second life. Number 4. 1947 Ford Super Deluxe Convertible priced at $25,500. This is pure post-war American style. Finished in deep maroon with burgundy vinyl upholstery, this early 47 Super Deluxe has that smooth, rounded pre-50s design that just screams classic cruising. The lines are elegant, the chrome is subtle, and with the top down, it has a timeless presence that always draws attention. This car went through an older frame-off restoration, and while it shows some age and miles, it's still a solid weekly driver. Under the hood you've got a 231 cubic inch flathead V8 paired with a 3-speed manual. It's been updated with a new fuel tank, rebuilt carb, electronic ignition, full 12-volt conversion, and even a manual front disc brake kit. It fires up, idles nicely, and is ready to drive as long as you're not in a hurry. The paint has a few blemishes and could use a good polish to really bring back that deep shine. The convertible top works, though the canvas is older with minor tears. Gauges and radio need some attention, but replacement OEM gauges are included. Behind the wheel, expect relaxed cruising at around 55 to 60 miles per hour. It's not about speed, it's about the vibe. This is the kind of car that gets thumbs up everywhere it goes. From a restoration standpoint, it's a perfect rolling project. Enjoy it as is, improve the cosmetics over time, and preserve that near-original character. At $25,500, this 47 Super Deluxe offers classic Americana you can actually drive and enjoy. Alright, let's roll into the next classic icon. Number 5, 1975 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, priced at $3,700. Now this right here is peak mid-70s American personal luxury muscle. Finished in orange with a white interior, this Monte Carlo has that long hood, short deck stance that made these cars look way more aggressive than most coupes of the era. This one runs and drives, but it does need a brake booster, which means you'll want a trailer at home. It's not flawless by any means. There's some rust on the floors, and overall it's a project, but that's kind of the appeal. With 123,456 miles and an automatic transmission, it's a solid starting point for someone who wants to build something cool. Inside, the white interior gives it that classic 70s contrast vibe. Picture this car cleaned up, sitting a little lower, maybe on some period wheels. It could easily turn into a slick lowrider or a mild street muscle cruiser. Behind the wheel, once sorted, these Monte Carlos are all about smooth cruising. Big body, comfortable ride, effortless automatic shifting. Not a race car, but definitely a statement. From a restoration standpoint, it's approachable. Fix the brake booster, address the floor rust properly, refresh the cosmetics, and you've got a head-turning classic without breaking the bank. At $3,700, the 75 Monte Carlo isn't just affordable, it's an opportunity to build your own vision. Alright, let's move on and see what other budget classic we can find. Number 6, 1985 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale Brougham Coupe V8, priced at $12,900. This is pure old-school American comfort. Finished in beautiful gold over gold, this two-door Delta 88 Royale Brougham is the definition of mid-80s luxury cruising. Long, clean body lines, plush interior, and that unmistakable big coupe presence. Under the hood sits a 5.0-liter V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, paired to a 3-speed automatic. It's a one-owner car with just 63,000 original miles, and it shows. The exterior is rated 9 out of 10, and both under the hood and inside the trunk are described as spotless. This thing has clearly been loved. It comes loaded with power windows, power locks, 6-way power seats, and cold AC converted to our 134A. For brand new tires, new shocks, recent oil change, it runs and handles excellently with that signature smooth, floating ride these cars are known for. Behind the wheel, this isn't about speed, it's about comfort. You sit back, one hand on the wheel, V8 humming quietly, suspension soaking up the road. It's the kind of car that makes every drive feel relaxed. From a restoration standpoint, you really don't need to do much. It's all original, comes with books, manuals, and 17 years of records. This is more preservation than restoration. Keep it clean, maintain it, and enjoy it. At $12,900 for a one-owner, all-original V8 coupe in this condition. This Delta 88 feels like a time capsule you can actually drive. Alright, let's see what other classic gems are out there. Number 7, 1966 Lincoln Continental Convertible priced at $27,500. Now this is one of the most iconic American luxury cars ever built. Finished in green over a brown interior, the 66 Continental Convertible has that unmistakable presence, long, wide, and unapologetically elegant. And of course, those legendary rear-hinged suicide doors that instantly make it a showstopper wherever it goes. This one runs, drives, and stops. The convertible top works, and it's described as a very intact and complete car with all options. Showing 86,000 miles and paired with an automatic transmission, it's a solid foundation. The body is said to be very straight overall, except for the right rear quarter, which needs a lower panel replacement. Behind the wheel, these cars are all about smooth, commanding cruising. You're not driving fast, you're gliding. Big hood out front, soft suspension, effortless V8 power. It's the kind of car that turns every gas station stop into a conversation. What makes this one especially interesting is its potential. These Continentals are bringing serious money when restomodded. The seller even mentions it as a perfect candidate for a Coyote or LS swap. Imagine modern V8 power under that classic body. You'd have vintage style with contemporary performance, or you could keep it mostly original, clean up the bodywork, refresh the paint, and enjoy it as a classy weekend cruiser. At $27,500, the 66 Continental Convertible sits right in that sweet spot, not cheap, but full of upside in today's market. Alright, let's keep the classics rolling and see what's next. Number 8. 1978 Buick LeSabre Custom V8 priced at $12,900. This is classic late 70s American comfort done right. Finished in a beautiful sky blue with matching blue interior, this LeSabre Custom has that big body presence, chrome accents, and soft lines that instantly take you back to a different era. Under the hood sits a 5.7-liter 350 V8 paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. It's a one-owner car with just 63,000 original miles, and it shows. The exterior is rated 9 out of 10, the interior 9 out of 10, and both the engine bay and trunk are described as spotless. That kind of preservation is rare for a 48-year-old car. It's well-equipped: 2 power windows, power locks, 6-way power seats, cold AC converted to R134A, brand new tires, new shocks, and a recent oil change. It even keeps its original books, manuals, and the original 1978 license plate. That's the kind of detail collectors appreciate. On the road, this car is all about smooth cruising. The 350 V8 delivers relaxed torque, the suspension floats over bumps, and the automatic shifts effortlessly. It's not trying to be a muscle car, it's a highway sofa with style. From a restoration standpoint, there's really not much to restore. It's more about preservation. Keep it clean, maintain it properly, maybe upgrade small details if you want, but honestly, it already feels like a time capsule. At $12,900, for a one-owner, low-mile, all-original V8 Buick in this condition, this LeSabre feels like an honest classic that you can drive and enjoy immediately. Alright, let's move on and see what other vintage cruiser we can find. Number 9. 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe 2D priced at $14,000. You really can't talk about classic American cars without mentioning the '65 Mustang. This one comes finished in blue over a blue interior, giving it that clean, vintage look that made these cars instant icons back in the day. Under the hood, it's powered by the inline-6 engine paired with a manual transmission. It's showing 74,000 miles, and it's a running and driving car. Recently, the brakes were redone, there's a new radiator, a new carburetor, transmission work has been completed, and it's sitting on brand new tires with less than 50 miles on them. That's a solid list of recent maintenance. Now, it did sit for about 10 years before being brought back to life in the last 6 to 8 months. So this isn't a fully restored show car, it's more of a revived classic that's back on the road and ready for its next chapter. Driving a 6-cylinder manual Mustang is a different experience compared to the V8 cars. It's lighter up front, balanced, and more about cruising and enjoying the feel of a true 1960s compact coupe. You roll your own gears, hear that classic carbureted engine tone, and just enjoy the simplicity. From a restoration standpoint, this is a great entry-level classic. You could keep it as a clean driver, slowly improve cosmetics, detail the engine bay, or even consider a future V8 swap if that's your style. The early Mustangs have endless aftermarket support, which makes ownership a lot easier. At $14,000, the 65 Mustang Coupe feels like an accessible way into first-generation Mustang ownership, especially with a manual transmission and fresh mechanical work already done. Alright, let's move on and see what other classic we've got lined up next. Number 10, 1976 Avanti II RQB Coupe, priced at $9,800. Now this is something you definitely don't see every day. The Avanti II carries that unique, almost futuristic design that originally shocked the industry back in the 60s, and by 1976, it still looked unlike anything else on the road. Finished in white with an off-white interior, this coupe has a clean, sharp presence with those signature Coke bottle curves and sleek front end. This one shows just 33,300 miles, which is impressively low. It's described as a clean, solid, good-running car that drives and stops well. The exterior has been repainted, giving it a fresh look, while the interior remains original and does need some attention. It's an AC car, although the air conditioning isn't currently working. Mechanically, there have been some smart updates. The fuel system has been replaced with a new tank and lines, which is a big plus for reliability. It's also sitting on brand new Halabrand wheels and tires, adding a slightly more aggressive, classic performance vibe to the car. On the road, Avanti IIs have a different personality compared to big Detroit cruisers. They feel more personal, more driver-focused. With the automatic transmission and V8 power under the hood, it's smooth but still has character. And because these cars were built in smaller numbers, there's always a sense of exclusivity behind the wheel. From a restoration standpoint, this could go a couple of ways. You could refresh the interior, get the AC working again, and have a very sharp weekend cruiser. Or take it further with a mild rest-a-mod approach while keeping the iconic body lines intact. At $9,800, the 76 Avanti II feels like an affordable entry into something rare and different, a classic that stands out even in a crowd of classics. Alright, let's see what other hidden gems are out there. Number 11, 1962 Mercury Monterey, priced at $18,000. This black-on-black 62 Monterey has that bold early -60s presence, with clean lines, subtle tail fins, and just the right amount of chrome. It's recently restored, not perfect, but described as very solid and all original at its core. The engine has been gone through, the interior has been reupholstered, and it even features LED lighting throughout the car for a subtle modern touch. With 48,000 miles and an automatic transmission, this is the kind of full-size cruiser you just glide down the road in. Smooth, comfortable, and effortlessly cool. From a restoration standpoint, most of the heavy lifting is already done. You could fine-tune details, bring it closer to show quality, or simply enjoy it as a clean weekend classic. At $18,000, this Monterey offers vintage style, presence, and comfort without going into crazy money territory. Alright, let's keep it moving and check out the next classic. Number 12, 1974 Mercedes-Benz 450 SL Roadster, priced at $4,500. Now this is one of those classic European roadsters that instantly makes you think of sunny coastal drives. Finished in yellow with a black interior, the 74 450 SL has that unmistakable R107 body style, long hood, short rear deck, and that solid, overbuilt Mercedes presence. This example shows just under 120,000 miles and comes with a clean title. It runs and drives, and it can be enjoyed as is, but let's be real, it's a bit rough around the edges. The seller is upfront about it. The paint could definitely use attention, and for longer distances, a trailer is recommended. Still, it starts, runs, and has had some important parts replaced, including a new battery, starter, and fuel pump. It also comes with extra parts, the factory hardtop, and documentation of previous repairs. There are a few things that need sorting out. The headlights need work, the AC doesn't function, the soft top latch doesn't automatically unhook, and the alternator and belt may need replacement. There's also a dash light issue and a blown fuse for the power windows, though the fuses are included. So yes, it needs love, but nothing here sounds catastrophic for a 50-year-old Mercedes. Behind the wheel, the 450 SL delivers that classic Mercedes feel: solid, heavy, and smooth. It's not a lightweight sports car, it's more of a stylish grand touring roadster. Drop the top, listen to that V8 rumble, and just cruise. It's about the experience, not lap times. From a restoration standpoint, this could be a rewarding project. With a fresh paint job, some electrical sorting, and mechanical fine-tuning, this car could really shine again. Our 107 SL values have been steadily appreciated over the years, especially clean examples. At $4,500, this 1974 450 SL sits firmly in project territory, but it's also an affordable entry into classic Mercedes ownership with real upside potential. Alright, let's move on and see what other classics are waiting to be discovered. Number 13, 1962 Chevrolet Bel Air, priced at $25,000. Finished in turquoise inside and out, this 62 Bel Air is the kind of classic that immediately grabs attention. Clean body lines, that iconic early -60s Chevy profile, and a stance that tells you right away this is not a stock grocery getter. It's a true California car, recently brought to Texas, and comes with a clean Texas title. No major rust issues, and overall described to be in exceptionally good condition. Under the hood sits a rebuilt 327 V8, paired with a TH350 automatic transmission. It runs great and breathes through Hedman long tube headers and a Flowmaster exhaust, backed by a Wind intake and Edelbrock carburetor. It also features a 200-amp alternator and a large aluminum radiator with dual electric fans, so cooling and charging are well sorted. Braking and suspension have been seriously upgraded. It's running right stuff: 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, tubular control arms, and a full polyurethane front end kit. Brand new shocks front and rear, plus an Airlift ALP4 air management system with a separate battery in the trunk, meaning this car can sit low and still drive comfortably. Inside, you get a retro sound stereo and a GPS speedometer, blending classic looks with modern convenience. With just 12,345 miles shown and riding on staggered 18-inch wheels, this Bel Air feels like a well-thought-out resto-mod. Behind the wheel, expect strong small block power, smooth shifting, confident braking, and that unmistakable classic Chevy vibe, but with modern drivability. At $25,000, the 62 Bel Air offers style, performance, and upgrades that would cost serious money to replicate today. Alright, let's move on and see what other classics are out there. Number 14, 1950 Pontiac Silverstreak, priced at $19,500.
So I have this 1950 model Pontiac Silverstreak, which is similar to the Chieftain. This one here came factory with a flathead 6-cylinder in it, and the Chieftain had a flathead 8, but that's why it says Silver Streak. This one here's a Silver Streak. It's all original. Well, it's not all original. It has a crate engine 350 in it, brand new actually, and it has I believe it has a 350 transmission in it, maybe a 700, but I'm not really sure. I need to double check it. I have the factory fender skirts for it. This one here has the factory mounted sun visor, and it has that spectrum on the inside. It's where you can see the traffic light.
Now this right here is pure post-war American style. Finished in factory two-tone green with a gray interior, this Silver Streak carries that unmistakable late -40s, early -50s Art Deco influence. The massive chrome grille, flowing fenders, factory fender skirts, it's the kind of car that turns a simple drive into a parade. Under the hood, things get more modern. It's powered by a 350 crate engine paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, which means you're getting classic looks with dependable small block Chevy power. It runs and drives great, according to the seller, and rides on new Hankook tires. With around 50,000 miles showing, it presents itself as a well-kept cruiser rather than a forgotten relic. What makes this car really cool are the details: factory radio and clock, the vintage traffic light viewer prism mounted inside the windshield, and even a period-style sun visor. These little touches capture the era perfectly. Behind the wheel, expect smooth cruising, light throttle response, and that relaxed classic float down the road. It's not about speed, it's about presence, style, and nostalgia. At $19,500, this 1950 Silver Streak offers vintage design with upgraded reliability, making it a great entry into classic American motoring without the headache of an old drivetrain. Alright, let's keep it rolling and check out the next classic. Number 15, 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, priced at $21,000. Now this is the definition of big, bold American luxury. Finished in off-white with a rich burgundy interior, this Eldorado convertible represents the final year of the classic full-size Cadillac convertible era. And according to the seller, it's all original. With 76,000 miles on the clock, this car has clearly been enjoyed but preserved. The paint presents very well, the chrome still shines, and the overall condition is described as very good. It even comes with the parade boots for that clean, finished look when the top is down. Inside, it's pure 1970s luxury. Plush burgundy seating, wide dashboard, and yes, the original 8-track tape player still works. That alone tells you this car hasn't been heavily modified or messed with. There's even a signature under the trunk lid reportedly from Beau Duke of the Dukes of Hazzard. While it's not verified, it definitely adds an interesting conversation piece. Under the hood, the engine runs great, paired with an automatic transmission that delivers that smooth, effortless Cadillac glide. This isn't a sports car, it's a highway cruiser. Long hood, front-wheel drive comfort, and that signature Eldorado presence that just floats down the road. Driving this car is all about the experience. Top down, arm resting on the door, big V8 rumble in the background. It's not about speed, it's about style and nostalgia. As for restoration potential, since it's described as all original and in very good condition, this could either be preserved as a survivor or taken to the next level with a light cosmetic refresh to make it show ready. At $21,000, you're looking at a true American luxury convertible from the golden era, a car that only needs one thing, according to the seller: someone to take her out on the highway. Alright, let's see what other classics are waiting for us. Number 16, 1960 Chevrolet Bel Air, priced at $11,900. Now this is a classic full-size Chevy with just the right mix of old-school style and custom attitude. The 1960 Bel Air carries those clean body lines, subtle rear fins, and plenty of chrome that define the early 60s era. It's the kind of car that instantly feels nostalgic the second you see it. Under the hood, it's powered by a 350 V8 paired with an automatic transmission. The seller says it runs, drives, and stops, which is exactly what you want to hear. It's not just a parked project, it's a functioning cruiser. Front disc brakes have been added, giving it more confidence on the road compared to factory drum setups. Structurally, this one sounds solid. It has brand new floor pans and barely any surface rust. The upholstery is clean, though it does need a headliner. All the glass is present and functional, and all the trim pieces are in place, and that alone can save you a ton of time and money on a classic like this. What really sets it apart is the airbag suspension. This Bel Air can go up, down, fully slammed, even side to side, thanks to dual air compressors. That gives it serious custom potential. Whether you're into lowrider vibes or just want adjustable ride height for cruising, driving this car would be all about laid-back V8 rumble and smooth automatic shifts. It's not built to be a race car, it's meant to cruise, turn heads, and roll into shows with presence. As for restoration potential, you could take it in a few directions. Clean up the cosmetics, refresh the headliner, maybe detail the engine bay, and you've got a sharp weekend showpiece. Or lean further into the custom scene and really make it your own. The hard structural work has already been handled, which is a big advantage. At $11,900, this 1960 Bel Air offers solid bones, V8 power, air ride, and classic style at a price that's still accessible in today's market. Alright, let's see what other classics are out there waiting for a new garage. Number 17, the 1966 Cadillac Eldorado convertible priced at $28,500. Now this right here is pure American luxury from the golden era. And not just any Eldorado. This is one of only 2,250 built in 1966, making it the last year of the rear-wheel drive Eldorados. That alone already makes it special. Finished as a true California car with just 2 owners, this one has clearly been cared for. The convertible top works, the windows work, all the lights function properly, and it runs and drives very well. This isn't just a showpiece, it's a driver quality classic you can actually enjoy on the road. Design-wise, the 66 Eldorado is all about presence. Long hood, clean body lines, stacked headlights, and that wide, confident Cadillac stance. It's elegant without trying too hard. And those 20-inch wire wheels paired with Vogue tires? They give it just the right touch of modern flair while still respecting the vintage vibe. Step inside, and you're surrounded by classic Cadillac comfort. Plush seating, big steering wheel, chrome accents, everything feels substantial. This was built in an era when cars weren't just transportation. They were statements. Out on the road, this thing floats. Smooth, relaxed, effortless cruising. It's not about speed, it's about presence and comfort. Drop the top, let the wind roll through, and you've got that unmistakable 1960s American Boulevard experience. As for restoration potential, it's already a solid driver. But if someone wanted to take it to the next level, fresh paint correction, minor interior refinements, maybe some detailed engine bay work, this could easily become a standout show car. The bones are there. Located in Denton, Texas, this Eldorado represents a rare opportunity to own a limited production Cadillac from the final year of its rear-wheel drive era. At $28,500, for something this iconic and this complete, it's a strong value in today's classic market. And if you're into big-body American luxury from the 60s, this one definitely deserves a closer look. Let's move on to the next classic. Number 18, the 1967 Chevrolet Impala, priced at $35,000. This one's finished in red with an off-white interior, and it's got that bold late-60s presence that never goes out of style. Long body lines, wide stance, clean chrome, the 67 is easily one of the best looking Impalas ever built. It's an automatic with just 12,345 miles showing, and the seller calls it juiced up, so you can expect a little extra attitude when you hit the gas. Out on the road, these cars are all about smooth cruising, strong straight line power, and that unmistakable big body Chevy feel. Condition-wise, it's fully paid off, and the seller is firm at $35,000, no trades, serious buyers only. That usually means confidence in the car. As it sits, it's a solid street cruiser, but with a little detailing or light restoration work, it could easily step into show car territory. Let's move on to the next classic. Number 19, the 1966 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia, priced at $5,800.
1966 Karmann Ghia, dual port. We got some rust on the floor. The camera is working. Nose is very good conditions.
Now this is one of those classics that blends European styling with simple, air-cooled charm. Finished in red, the Karmann Ghia has those smooth, rounded body lines that almost feel hand-sculpted. It's low, sleek, and timeless, a totally different vibe compared to big American muscle from the same era. Under the hood, it's running a 1,600 cubic centimeters dual-port engine paired with a manual transmission. It runs and drives, but it does need a brake job, so that's something to factor in. The title is clean, mileage shows 12,345 miles, and it's being sold cash only, no trades. There is rust on the driver's side floor. So this isn't a perfect car. But at this price point, it's a solid project candidate. Fix the brakes, address the rust properly, maybe freshen up the paint and interior details, and you could turn this into a very cool weekend cruiser. Driving a Karmann Ghia is all about connection, lightweight feel, simple mechanics, and that classic VW character. At $5,800, it's an affordable entry into vintage European style. Let's move on to the next classic. Number 20, the 1977 Oldsmobile Delta 88, priced at $3,000. Finished in beige inside and out, this is classic late-70s American comfort. Big body, soft lines, and that unmistakable full-size presence. It's powered by gasoline, paired with an automatic transmission, and shows just 52,405 miles. The seller says it runs well for its age, and that's exactly what you want to hear from a cruiser like this. Behind the wheel, the Delta 88 is all about smooth rides and effortless driving. It's not built for speed, it's built for comfort. Float down the road, one hand on the wheel, classic American style. At this price point, it's a solid entry-level classic. With a little cosmetic refresh, maybe detailing the paint, restoring trim, or updating the interior touches, it could really shine.